Hi Floss fans, it is Ella Spectrum Stitcher here. My pronouns are she, her, and this is a little Flosstube extra video in which I'm going to show you what I'm taking on the plane with me to head off to Cambridge, UK, to the university there for some workshops in relation to my PhD research on climate change and coal. So this won't be a full Flosstube. This is just what am I taking on the plane with me, and then I will also draw the giveaway winner from my last Flosstube for the Emily Dickinson's herbarium pattern by Kyoko Maruoka. So this is my dining room table, or kitchen table. Welcome to it. You'll see I have a vintage table runner. It's actually a Christmas one. I got it from Nordic and Nice on Etsy. It's vintage. From Scandinavia. Can't remember exactly what part of Scandinavia, but it's got apples and love hearts on it, and it just makes my heart sing because it goes with my vintage table and chairs. Here you go, I'll show you those. There you go. Anyway, I digress. So this here is the pencil case that I will be taking everything crafty related with me in. And now I will show you what I'm putting in. Okay, so we'll go with miscellaneous items that I'm taking first. So as some of you know, I like doing English paper piecing, and I'm doing a hexagon quilt at the moment. The Liberty Puddles Sell by the Strawberry Thief. And these here are some of the pre-cut hexagons and their papers. And I've packed 2 packs of those. And the reason for that is that sometimes when I'm too tired to stitch and count, I like to do something meditative, and basting the hexagons onto their papers might be a relaxing thing to do. So with that in mind, I have my Soline glue pen refills and my Soline glue pen, which I like to use to baste. So I've packed those. I also have packed some Aurifil thread in a neutral colour, 100% cotton, and it is perhaps the shine on that is not great, but it's the 50 weight. And in this handy dandy needle case from Kohana, I have needles that are appropriate for English paper piecing. So I have thread and needles so that once I've basted my hexagons together, I could sew some together if the mood struck me. I also have some spare floss for some of the projects that I will be taking that I will show you in a moment. I have my Bowen cross stitch needles, size 26. And this is the pièce de résistance in terms of airplane travel. I have my Clover thread cutter. Now, when I went to a stitching retreat in Tasmania earlier this year, I thought I read all the regulations and thought that I could take some scissors on with very short, rounded blades, but they were confiscated in airport security. So when I was at a Stitch in Time Hobart, I asked what solutions that they had, and they said this Clover thread cutter. So you'll see these notches inside that is a blade, I presume, that you can then use to cut your threads. And it is a pendant, so I could put it on a necklace. I haven't done so, but I will be taking this with me. Now I'll show you the projects I'm taking. Okay, here is project number 1. Now, I was only going to take 1 project, but I thought that I would automatically feel limited by that, so I'm taking 2. This is Kyoko Maraoka's Swan Lake. You'll see I've put in the swan and the tree there. And here are the called for DMC flosses on my Stitch in Time thread keep. Here is project number 2, an oldie but a goodie. It's the Noel sampler. It was the 2021 Stitch Along by Satsuma Street. And you will notice that it looks very much the same as last time I showed you it in a Flosstube nearly a year ago. Now, it may look the same, but actually it has had a few nights of frogging and restitching recently. The reason I put it away last year, because I was loving it, was that I realised that I'd made a mistake with the red borders, and I dropped down a level with one of the lines for the bottom row, and it had made the size of the boxes wrong. So I have now frogged that and put back in those red borders and put in the inner yellow, blue and pink borders that were also out as a consequence. And so I feel like it's great. Putting it away for a year enabled me to not be so cross with myself about my counting error. And so now it's back to sort of almost a clean slate, so that when I get on the plane I can enjoy putting the motifs in the boxes and feel Christmassy. You will see I have the called for DMC there, and it's on a thread keep by number 12 Stitch Co. Cute little cat. All right, they're the projects that I'm taking. Now I will draw the giveaway from my last Flosstube. It's been a wonderful year of becoming a Flosstuber. I think I became a Flosstuber sort of in December 2021, so it's nearly my Flossiversary. I've really loved checking in with this community throughout the year, and I'm looking forward to making more videos next year. For those of you who celebrate this festive season, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll check in with you in 2023. And yeah, I'll let you know about my fun travels in Cambridge, UK when I'm back. Until then, let's take each day one stitch at a time, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments.